you know, the Communist Party. But I wanted to come back to, you said absurdist, the electric chair, song, dance. How do you approach that subject and the choreography, the lyrics, just how you play that scene? That's got to be a tough scene to be able to dramatize in an entertaining, comedic way and yet retain the macabre aspect so the crowd doesn't lose. This is the fate that was awaiting these guys.
And I think the book writer and Susan Stroman and Candor Nebb, they were all very intelligent when it came to approaching that. It's a nightmare, and it should feel like a nightmare. It is absurdist, but also what the guards would do, and basically it's based off of what the guards would do. They would sit the boys next to, like they would take Eugene and make sure he slept next to where they were electrocuting men all night. So that was the reality of what was happening. That is absurd, and that is horrible. And they wanted to show that absurdism, and that's exactly what's revealed on the stage, you know. And I think it is a dazzling, provocative number, you know, that I think that should leave, hopefully it leaves people with their mouths wide open, but possibly applauding the execution, but also, yeah, it's shocking.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, I love what we get to play. We're already in the land of caricature, but we go into that nightmare and we literally go up into the realm of cartoon.
Yeah,
I want to say
it is cartoon. It is cartoon, and I think as well our jobs, which is the opposite jobs of the rest of the cast members, we were even told to make sure that we're having fun, because there's a dark sense of humor happening.
From the first time you guys come in as your alternate characters, the sheriff and the deputy, there is a sense of interplay and fun between you two that, as an audience member, is gravitating from the first time you start playing off each other.
I love that in our setup we tell you exactly what's going to happen. In that first number we say, you're going to be a minstrel tonight, you're going to be complicit. You know, we're inviting you in here, we're going to play white men as well, that's our specialty. We're basically letting you know we're your best friends tonight, so stick with us. And also look at us, we look so cute, and we're in bright colored costumes. I have a spring collar, he's got a really natty red vest, and we're going to look so cute, and then we're going to come out and play the most horrible things. But you need to trust us that this is the story, this is the truth, we're getting to the truth. Trust us, we're going to guide you all the way through. All the way through, and we do. We take you to the end, which is actually the beginning. You know?
It's interesting. In the first number, you know, you hear the sounds of the tambourines, which sounds like music, but it also sounds like chain gang chains. And then the tambourines become the wheels on the train, and it's just interesting how even little grace notes like that stride the line between entertainment and then an echo of, yes, this is entertainment, but there's this injustice that it's based on. A lot of really nice grace notes in a show like that.
Susan Stroman.
Susan Stroman.
Susan Stroman.
A little bit of a spoiler alert. So if you have not yet seen the play, you might want to fast forward through this part. The play starts with a woman waiting for a bus. Moves to a train. Goes through the whole course of you guiding the audience through the story, and ends with a woman waiting for a bus. With the character of the lady, it's sort of revealed as, kind of at the end, it's kind of a reveal that this is this character of the lady who's silent, but is in every scene, looking over the shoulder of somebody, or standing off to the sides and watching it. How did that framing device come along, and how do you think it works for the play and the story at large?
Well, for me, it was one of the things that I noticed first in the script, and I immediately had to go and read Rosa Parks's biography in order to understand how we were framing the play. And when I discovered her husband's involvement with the Scottsboro case, it made the play resonate even more for me.
1931 is when this all started. Rosa Parks refused to stand up in 55. She was married to Raymond Parks, who was very active in generating attention for
the Scottsboro Boys.
For the Scottsboro Boys. how does it seems like we all should know that. Everybody knows Rosa Parks, but it seems like with the Scottsboro Boys, through Rosa Parks, on through today, there's been somewhat of a line.
Hopefully this piece gives us all, I think, as Americans, the opportunity to really delve deeper into our history, collectively. Like, this is a history that wasn't, I grew up and went to all African-American schools, and I didn't stumble across the Scottsboro Boys until I was a junior in college. And I was shocked that I never learned these, about this in school, and it made me raise questions like, why didn't I learn this? I should know this. We should, but also not only African Americans, you know, Caucasian Americans, Latino Americans, we should all know American history. And I feel like it's all been so so truncated, what we learn.
Compartmentalized.
And compartmentalized, and it's and now I think that it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. I love the idea that we don't give everything. There's no way we can possibly tell everything that happened in relation to the Scottsboro Boys, but hopefully it'll inspire one to go to a library, to open a book, to do some more research, and find out not only about the Scottsboro Boys, but also find out even more about just our collective history, of whether it's about the justice system, whether it's about African Americans, you name it.
This point in history, black president, I believe I saw an interview where Kander was saying that one of the first times the cast sat down with the scripts was the Wednesday after Obama had been elected. Is it an accident that this play is out now? Is it just sort of an accidental thing of history, or is it?
I don't think so. I think it's divinity. I think everything in its time. Absolutely. Sometimes I hear people referring to this as a post-racial period in our history, but I think actually we are just in the center of a time when we can talk about race. That's what we've really been freed up to do, begin a major dialogue about race.
Absolutely, I agree, and it's one of those things where it is divinity, and especially to do a show like this now, when people think things are okay now, and they're so not. Just last week, I was called a derogatory term on the corner of my block, across like 3 blocks away from the Guthrie. A group of Caucasian men drove by and called me and another cast member, you know, the N-word, just driving by. And so it resonated that this is even more important. It's so we must continue this discussion, that it's not far from over. It's far from over.
With incidents like that, I'm sure you have incidents like that have happened to you. Is it a strange feeling at the end of the show to be standing on the stage to a standing ovation with a crowd of mostly white faces here in Minnesota?
Not so much to me, because we are looking directly into their faces as we enter the space, and I feel like I'm seeing the same people at the end of the play that I've seen at the beginning. Their intentions to me are noble. They are here, and that's the way I take them.
And they're not the guys the people in the audience aren't the guys driving by in your corner.
No, but hopefully they will be. Hopefully they will come, because hopefully I think we need to reach them, and so they can understand what the importance of their words, you know, and how it affects others, and to know, you may not know what a person is walking around with and carrying, you know, in their spirit.
Coleman, Forrest, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck to you fellas on your Broadway run.
Thank you so much.
I expect nothing but high reviews and lots of good things to come for you.
Thank you. It's so good to talk to you.
You bet.
You're awesome.